Can you think of the time that really stood out, a reaction, something that made you realize that what you do, that what makes you specific to your style, like a reaction someone had if someone was incredibly grossed out, or if someone like something that really sticks with you is like that kind of that made you happy with your style?
Oh no, absolutely. I've been doused with holy water. I was actually escorted physically off of Ocean City, New Jersey. Was doing a performance on the boardwalk. I guess I was maybe 22 or 23 at the time, and it was a fairly good crowd. And it was the middle of the summer. It was pretty hot, and I'm standing there in my my little gray khakis and my white tuxedo shirt, and doing my show. And I get to the point at the end where I want to end the show on a high note. So as I would normally end the show, I did the needle trick, and I finished it up, and everyone went crazy for it. And everyone just loved it, and it was one of those moments where it really validated what I was doing. Just putting all my stuff away. This little guy approaches me, glasses, a little shorter than me, glasses, a little balding on top, and he introduces himself. He tells me he was the guy who books the entertainment on the boardwalk, and he proceeds to tell me that tricks involving sewing needles and things of that nature didn't really fit in with the vibe of what they were doing on the boardwalk. And so he proceeded to tell me, if I wanted to continue to do shows that weekend, that you can't do any tricks involving sewing needles. I said, okay, no problem. Of course, I was 22 at the time, and I was kind of in this artistic, no one's going to tell me what I can and can't do phase. So I came back the next night, and when I came back, the majority of the people who were there the night before had come back with their friends. So now I'm playing on the boardwalk to a crowd of maybe like 70 or 80 people, which was unheard of, but it was great. And I get to the part in the show when I got into the night before, and I could kind of see people whispering to their friend, like, "Here comes the trick, here comes the trick." And I stood up on the bench, and I gave my whole pitch, and I then, thanked them all for coming, and, stood there and very proudly said, unfortunately, I've been told that, I can't end this show with anything involving sewing needles, and I do apologize. And I brought something else with me that I think you might like. It's a good substitute, I guess. And, took out my plate. Now, normally on the plate, I would have my, my apple with all the needles stuck into it, and that would be how the trick began. So I brought out the plate, and I took the napkin off the top of it, and there's my apple, but instead of the needles, I had 6 double-sided razor blades. And continued to do the trick with the razor blades. Now, people were really kind of startled by that, and the gentleman who had approached me the night before was standing in the back of the crowd with 2 of the boardwalk security people. And was watching my entire show, and when he saw me starting to put the razor blades in my mouth, you could see the white come over his face. And the trick ends the same, with the razor blades being reproduced from the mouth on the thread. So I pulled the first one out, and the crowd starts getting a little excited. Pulled the second one out, and the crowd starts getting a little bit louder. On the third one, I paused, and I was really struggling with it, trying to get it out, and it was stuck. And I just yanked it. And when I yanked, this blood started pouring out of my mouth. It's all over this white tuxedo shirt. And there I'm standing on this bench, triumphantly pulling these things out, and the blood, the stage blood pouring down the front of my body, because I wanted to make a point. I wanted to kind of prove the point to the guy that I wasn't going to be told what I couldn't do. And the place just went nuts, and it was just this great moment in my life. And show's wrapping up. Next thing I know, I'm literally getting picked up by the scruff of my neck from the shirt, and I'm still covered in the blood. And these dudes are throwing all my stuff back in my box, and they literally dragged me off the boardwalk, followed me to the bridge, and told me that I wasn't welcome to come back ever again to do shows. And to me, that probably might have been the single greatest experience of my life. Because A, it was funny, but B, it really kind of taught me that, never really taught me anything. It really taught me about audience management and being able to contain the crowd. But it also showed me how it would be very easy to alienate an audience, because even in a group of 100 people, even if one person doesn't really, get with it, that can be a very difficult thing to overcome. So, anybody who says any publicity is good publicity is, I think it's very off the mark, because bad publicity is publicity, but I want people to come and see me. So, but yeah, that was great.